Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. I want to say thank you guys for coming in, the click, the likes, the subscribes. I decided to make this Mercury retrograde video and giving you a little bit more training session. I'm just gonna go to the period he's actually retrograde, but the period of the retrograde planets and the meaning of the retrograde planets, it's much broader. Okay, it's gonna take some long time of period in there, and this is right now I'm gonna be trying to teach you something that actually goes on and understanding, particularly understanding the timelines, to understanding what is actually happening in there, and what is particularly within Mercury, because Mercury is about communications. I can do some down the road, some more retrograde talks, and you guys can have some any questions. If you have some questions about this, we can talk, we can discuss up here, and so on and so on. But it's important to understanding the periods, particularly that sometimes I'm talking on the daily astrology report. What is it going on? I'm giving you kind of like a be mindful about this, be mindful about that. This is what it's coming. It's gonna coming in. It's gonna hunt you back. Be mindful. Kind of like giving you a little bit of heads up with all this. But hopefully that can help you to understand yourself and to see within your life these portions of why is this repeating pattern. Why the planets can go back from our point of view. Okay, they're not going really retrograde. From our point of view, we see them that they're going retrograde in there as we are going around. Some of the planets, they're going back as we are going forward, they're going back, and then we see them, and we see them like they're coming towards us. All right, so with that being said, hi Vegas, glad to hear in there, and it's what's going on. I'm going to be giving you a very good training, guys, on Mercury retrograde. And I'm gonna go through the report about Mercury retrograde, but this is gonna be some very helpful energy in there, and that's what is going on because Mercury is gonna be turning retrograde tomorrow. He actually is gonna be a stationary, but we are gonna be seeing it with this shift within our own communications that comes in, the way we are gonna be dealing with. It's going to be a little bit rough period because he's on Leo. That is about the self-growth. That is about to understand self. Of course, there's going to be some bruised egos. People's going to show up their egos. Very kind of like critical to understand. But this Mercury retrograde in there, we are going to be have a very kind of like a beautiful moment, but there's going to be some also a lots of inner shadow work, particularly what we are understanding about love, what do we understand about feminine, masculine responsibilities, or we are talking about feminine and masculine abilities and the way you actually responding to it, right? So it's gonna be learning from within itself. There's gonna be some lots of things going on. We're gonna have some new moon, and then we're gonna ending out with the full moon. That just the moon actually is gonna be joining Pluto. So this is gonna be some very advanced energies for us. I'm gonna go through some of the days, some of the charts. You're gonna be seeing it in your screens. So, with that being said, okay, here is actually what is going on to understand Mercury retrograde. So everything begins at 4 degrees of Leo in there. So if you were looking at the fourth degree of Leo, this is where actually Mercury begin to be. Okay, Mercury is gonna be going back a retrograde to that fourth degree of Leo. So between June 30th, okay, between the June 30th and the July 17th, Mercury has been passing through the 9 degrees of Leo, is going to the seventh. In July 17 is the 15 degrees of Leo. So basically, he's giving us heads up. It's more like a going on through setting up the trap in there, and we are making a lot of mistakes. We are doing the things that goes down the hill. Okay, and when you look at that during that period of these processes, things not going okay. This is called kind of like a pre-shadow period in there. We don't understand that pre-shadow that it's gonna be coming, and with that energy as going down the hill on July 17th, which is tomorrow, we're gonna have the Mercury is gonna turn retrograde. So basically, the energy is going down, and 10 of July 17, we are going to be a retrograde up here until the August 11th. And August 11th, we're going to start climbing up, back up in there, passing again through this 9 degrees of Leo. And then we are going to be coming back to this 15 degrees of Leo, okay, which is Mercury stopped, right? So when a Mercury stopped right here at the 15 degrees of Leo, he's going to send us back to what? To the fourth degree of Leo. And this is everything that happens between the 4 degrees of Leo and the 15 degrees of Leo. That timeline as an astrology pattern of Mercury basically stops. He is retrograde. He's basically inactive because first we are going to be making some mess, then we're going to have a revaluations of the mess, and then we are going to be fixing the mess. Okay, and this is what is going to happen within us. So if you have a Capricorn Sun and a Cancer Rising Vegas in there, you will have some little bit of a tough time right now because the Sun is right there. But it's so important, like where is your Capricorn Sun? Okay, but if you need some like a personal help in there, just contact me. I can give you a 15 minutes of my time for answer your questions, but not right now here in the report. I'm more focused on what I am going to be talking about. Now, critical point. What is this critical point? This critical point actually sometimes is offset. Most of the time, it's not really square. That it's kind of like at the middle of where it's going on. Most of the time, it's a parabolic in there. Sorry if you're not pronouncing it right, but that particular point is here is your issue. You're gonna be thinking how bad the issues was. Then you're gonna look at the issue at the very point, the critical point of that is going to be. Then you're gonna go back and look at it and there, okay, I need to change myself. And then you're gonna have to prove that you're changing yourself. Once you're changing yourself, you're gonna go back into the path of life, as the Mercury is gonna be go back in its own way. So basically, to save yourself a lots of understanding. So let's gonna look at it to the charts. What actually is gonna happen. So here is we are having a Mercury at this is at the 18th of July. We've seen it what is all about. I preset it for 1 o'clock pretty much. The energies in there because that is the energy of the authority. That is the energies of the sun that it's coming here, right? We're gonna see this third quarter squares moon. She's just passing through Chiron, but we are gonna be seeing this Pluto. It is about like, hey, are you skipping? Okay, are you skipping your soul evolution that it's coming with Pluto? Pluto is retrograde, right? So as the Mercury is going the retrograde, Pluto and Mercury, they are going these directions, while everything else is going this direction, right? So we're seeing it how they're going to be combined. They're going to be seeing it some energies within ourselves that we're going to be see how they are going to end up opposing each other. And first, the moon, it's going to be coming right here. She's going to be walking up here. She's going to be meet the sun and Mercury. Then she's going to be going around. She's going to be meeting Pluto. And that's going to be the ending of Mercury retrograde. A lot of is going on because if you see this yacht here, it's going to be made it from the ascendant towards the north node. Okay, this is what the authority is going to be looking within. Okay, this is going to be the main concerns, and another main concern that's going to be what? As you see it, Venus is squaring the north node. Mars is opposing the north node. Mars is within organizing itself by fixing the situations within what? The past. That is going to be some actions in a totally different way. Those actions is going to be looking within a lot of the people. It's going to be making the mistake to repeating mistakes, and that's how they're going to learn. This is going to be the path of pretty much the insanity, as we are going to be saying it. And this energy, Venus, Mars, that's going to be a personal. As Mercury is a personal planet, how I communicate and talk to myself, and is it at Leo, that is going to be the growth. That is responsible for the year 5 of us. That is the age of 5 when you develop your ego. That is when you trying the things your way. You're trying to outsmart. You're trying to be, and when the things doesn't go your way, you're getting mad, you're getting angry, you missing lack of attention, right? Nobody likes you, and so on and so on. So you take things what? Personally, but this is the place where you have to develop yourself. So a lot of those triggers with Mercury, particularly that Mercury, it is squaring Lilith, we are going to see a lot of shadow work that comes in towards us. All right, and the next day we're going to see that the moon has been moving out towards Taurus. That is going to be the moment where the moon is going to be squaring Mercury retrograde in there. That square, that is going to be also opposing Lilith. A lot of shadow work is going to be coming. A lot of energy is going to be coming in to look at it to that shadow. As we see in it, that energy yesterday from the ascendant that was pointing towards the north node and the Mercury. Right now we have the energy from the moon posing it towards the ascendant during the authority time. Okay, for a lot of the people that is a 12 of noon. For some that is at 1. I use the 1 o'clock energies in there. But we are going to see that the moon is like, okay, I have to go ahead and fix these situations here with Mars. I'm more focused and worry about Mars because Mars can create craziness. Mars can create war. Mars can be this going into this depression, shadow, hermit mode in there, and all of a sudden can blow off, right? So be mindful about the way you are proceeding things, the way you are understanding things from within yourself about this. Try not to skip things, particularly in there. The other thing that you have to be really, really mindful about it is Chiron is squaring Pluto and the Sun is about like heal yourself crap so your soul can come out into the play and grow. We're going to see a Jupiter that it's pointing 150 degrees towards Pluto. That is this green line right in here that it's coming on your screen in there. And this is going to be the divine path, divine growth, because of what is going to be have to be learned of this process. Okay, it is about personal transformations and love and understanding in there. Hi, Lisa. Thank you for coming here. So with that positions in there, we're going to see it on 21st in there, that the moon is going to be joining Venus right here on the top. We are seeing this divine energy towards the Lilith. That is the mean Lilith, while the true Lilith is working with Neptune and Saturn in there, and it's working directly with the authority. It's about, I need to be the truth. I need to find that truth, right? In there. And that truth is going to be leading you to actual transformations. Stop with all the things that you're going within the shadow. Stop lying to yourself. Stop sabotaging within yourself. But as the moon and Venus are going to come together, this is going to be that skipping step in there. Because this is going to be T-squaring of the knots. And right now, people is going to be skipping step to evolve within love, because they're going to point fingers towards partners. They're going to put things towards, oh my God, this relationship. Oh my God, these situations. We are talking about Gemini, right? The mirror of my own self is in Gemini. How I see my friendshipness, but also it's applying to brothers, sisters, and so on, right? But when you see this kind of like of energies within, this is going to be some very intense moment, as a Mercury is going to be really start packing up this review. So there's going to be a lot of miscommunications. But the worst thing that is that square with Lilith, which is that is a, I don't want to talk about my shadow. I don't want to be in my shadow. I don't want to evolve. I want to be a child. I don't want to grow. Really? But the energies is going to put so much pressure. We are talking about this is going to be at 25th. We are seeing it after the new moon that's going to be up here, right here on the top. After that new moon is going to be a absolutely new lesson, absolutely bruised egos, absolutely new situations. You need to be very careful how you're acting. This is the first degrees of Leo. That energy is going to be exactly opposing Pluto. Pluto is a retrograde. If that was a direct, it would have blown the things off out of the Leo. A lot of the people is gonna have their ego putting into a back pocket, or how some other people put it in a place where the sun doesn't show up, right? The biggest black hole in the universe, okay? Somebody understand that in different way. Sorry about that, but yeah, it is what it is. But that energy is going to be highly intensive in there. To higher now, feeling a lot of inner electrical energy, letting it flow. Was shocked at the first, especially of the heart, and now understanding it's an upgrade. Yes, it's an upgrade. We're gonna have a lot of upgrade. That upgrade is gonna be coming in with Pluto. It's gonna be ending with the full moon in there, because right after the full moon, we are gonna have Mercury is gonna go direct. So as a Mercury is going to be going direct in there, we are going to be dealing with reaffirming our own selves. Okay. It's you're going to feel this energy. It's going to be, yes, as you see it, it's going to be a very powerful. And the 28th, the moon's going to be joining the South Node and Mars there. This is going to be some intensified energies about Venus. Please try not to blowing up your own fuses. Don't be a short-tempered. Right now, as you see it right in here, we have this oppositions towards Pluto, okay? But at the same time, is this squaring towards what? Towards Lilith. That is going to be about within the shadow. That is going to be so much energies that we are seeing it. There's going to be, I don't want to go in here into the new. This energy is going to be opposing Saturn and Neptune. Particularly about Saturn and Neptune, that is right now, they're also retrograde in there. They are going to be putting pressures on you. I mean, you have Pluto who puts pressure on you for transformations. You have a Saturn who's put pressure. It's like, remove guilt, shame, remove karmic lessons, remove situations. Neptune is like get away from the illusions, delusions, programming, and all kind of like uh, you need to find the truth, right? You need to find these situations. I'm giving you visions, not illusions that you're doing within your own head, right? And as a Mercury is a retrograde, and there is going to be all responsible about this particular communications that we are going to be talking about in there. Okay. So later on at 31st, the moon is going to be arriving at Libra. We're going to see particularly Neptune and Saturn and Uranus. This is going to be a very powerful yacht of healing. This is going to be where you probably going to feel the wounds. You're going to feeling all this um, emotional baggage, emotional missing, lots of restrictions. Venus is squaring Saturn, Neptune, a lot of love situations that you don't feel it. Venus is entering Cancer, kind of like I'm in the family, but I never had a love within the family. And Pluto says, "Hey, I'm of the universe. I'm in the sky. I am this Aquarius energies. The universe always loved you. Don't forget about that." And this is going to be that turning moment there that most of the people during the heaviest moments, they will go ahead and look at it for what? They're going to look at it for the soul. But the soul is going to come to heal the self wounded, right? I wounded myself. I hurt myself because I thought something else. I did not know the truth. I didn't want to say the truth because I am going to be feel like I'm going to be judged. I am going to be ashamed. I am going to be abandoned. Blah blah blah, and all that stuff. I mean, the kid be everything under the sun is a, personal taking, and here is the people going into hermit mode. What do we see in it here, though? As you see it, particularly with those healing, Venus is going to be in divine energies with Pluto. That's 150 degrees, and we have a Mars is 150 degrees with Chiron. You're gonna learn to have to understand that those energies right there, they are for that purpose. And with Mercury is being together with the Sun in there, what you are going to tell yourself. I mean, you can go and you can look at it, your shadow, as you see it right here, those energies with the Liliths. You can go and opposing Pluto. Pluto is going to be like, take a look this balance. Do you have that balance with you? And why you don't have that balance? Because you're wounded, right? So here is what we are actually seeing at Venus right here. She's going to be at the transitions between the moon and Chiron. So she basically is going to be helping what? Through love to help Mars understanding how he needs to heal, right? How he needs to heal. But with Mars right here, who is beginning to trining Pluto, and that sextiles here with within Saturn, in particularly, we're going into this energies of Uranus that he is going to be understand all this. Okay, he's going to be understand all this of the proper masculine energies. My ability as a masculine of what they are, my ability as a feminine, what they are. Because before I have and trying to point out responsibility, I am going to look my ability. Okay, so this upgrades as Mercury is going back into Leo is going to be bruising your own ego. But a lot of people who are with bruised egos, they're going to pointing towards others. You didn't do that. You didn't love me. You didn't. You that. You. They're going to be pointing the fingers without realizing when you point fingers, three fingers pointing towards you. In there. Donna, hi. All is upgrading simultaneously and everything we're connecting is not ours to work through, but be the observer flow, allow integrations and look the inside of self for the next divine step. Exactly. Exactamente. Thank you so much. That is actually very good inputs within this. But we are going to be seeing it when the moon is going to be moving out. She's going to be actually pointing out because through that yacht that we have here, the solution is going to be a Chiron. You don't heal this Chiron. You don't pay the attention to this Chiron. You don't put love into those wounds from Venus that it's in there. Venus can play the role of the daughter who is fixing the family in a way in there. It's going to be a lot of emotions, okay? There's going to be a lot of emotions, energy and motions in there. But Venus is going to be a very kind of like a powerful. Some of the people is going to be looking at that restrictions, but you got to be also very mindful who you helping and how you helping, okay? Because Saturn is going to be, this is not the proper love. This is not the proper way. Neptune is going to be, oh, your visions are illusions. Clear this out. So there's gonna be a lot of this is gonna comes in as a Venus is gonna be at pretty much the first degree at Cancer, and she's gonna be squaring the first degree of Aries, right? The first things in the family, which is Cancer, with the first thing is I am. How much personal you're taking in the family, right? So, so much we are gonna go through. I'm suggesting you to comes in and be at the daily reports. This is gonna be the 1st of August. There we're seeing that the moon is approaching the Liliths in there. That is gonna helping the Venus to see. You may be gonna see a lot of the energies of the mother, the shadow within the mother, maybe certain things they have not learned. A lot of truths is going to be coming out as a Venus and Mercury as a beginning, Venus and Jupiter, I'm sorry, are beginning to coming together. We are going to see this intensity growth of love. It's going to be. But Venus, Pluto, 150 degrees, that's going to be the love in the soul. Okay, that is going to be that love in the soul, seeking that love in the soul. You're going to like it, you're going to love it. Very powerful, very transformational energies in there. But with Mercury as being a retrograde, with the midheaven and the sun coming in there, and this is going to be a T-squaring towards Pluto from the moon and the Liliths in there. That is going to be the moment that you're going to be like, I don't want to put my I don't want to clean up the mess under my rug that I've been shoveling it for years. I don't want to put the truths out. I don't want to get into there. And this is going to be really a lot of inner fights between intuition, authority, how you communicate, what you communicate. And here is that this particular period, you're going to be have to be really triple check when you say something, how you say it, with what you say it. If you are under the kind of like anger or emotional energies in there, be mindful how you speak into it because this is going to be a very intense energies. We are talking about the moon and the both Liliths are T-squaring Pluto and the sun. We're talking about this authority, lack of the transformations within the new energies that you're standing against the soul love. Because the soul love right now, it's what? Looking in your shadow. And how is your shadow works with others. And how much big was your ego that you hide the truth that right now comes out on the surface and it doesn't comes in without purpose for the age of Aquarius. And now what are you gonna feel? Your bruised ego, right? You're gonna be feel, and then you're gonna comes in this energies in there with Mars, right? Because Mars, it is gonna be opposing, start feeling more the energies of the opposing Saturn and Neptune, right? Mars is like, oh, I don't like the restrictions. I don't like somebody to suppress me. I don't like these suppressions in love. I don't like that this Venus doesn't like me. I have a wounds. I'm damaged, right? All right. Talking about the next day, the moon is gonna be come out from the truths and Lilith, but that energy is here with Pluto. This is gonna be a very heavy energy. So a lot of focus is gonna be up here, highly extreme to a point. Hopefully that we're gonna see it. The beginning of August, we're gonna be seeing it. What is gonna happen into the world with those communications? I think that some language is gonna be improper and so on and so on. But if the right things are coming in, we're gonna see that Mars divine energies towards Chiron and the Moon from Scorpio is gonna be that emotions. It's like, you know what, it is okay. You know what, it is good. You don't have to win in this. You don't have to fight within this. I can understand your ego is hurting, but it's time for you to grow, right? Those emotions, the moon, it's having a very beautiful trines up here, particularly with the North Node. That we're gonna see some trines with Venus and Jupiter between the 1st and the 2nd of August. We're gonna see that energies of growth, but it's all about to calm down this G square from yesterday, because when you're finding some of the truths, particularly about yourself from within, is about what have I done. Okay, so I'm gonna be pushing it back into the 6th because we are gonna have to look this energies in there. There's gonna be some trines when the moon is there affecting Mercury. But the moon at Capricorn is going to be opposing Venus and Jupiter. There's going to be some lots of divine energies towards us. This is going to be some moments of where the wound is going to be telling you you cannot escape the truth, because the lies within you, they're hurting not only your mind, they're also poisoning your body, not only your head, right? And this is going to be this energies in there of what Mercury is going to be particularly will be doing. We're talking about the energies of sometimes when you find the truth about this, then you start blaming people that you're acting in their own fault. But that is going to be this energies of true Lilith, which is right here within the ascendant. She's coming back to tell you what the moon was already felt, right? Because the mean Lilith is at 14 degrees, the true Lilith is at 4. So the big lesson of the Lilith, it is about the mean Lilith and the true Lilith, because she moves back and forth, back and forth. It is about to shake things up within you, okay? To look more within the shadow, to be that investigations, especially right now within the Scorpio. We are going to be able to do a lot of these things from within our selves, okay? All right, and here is that on the 8th there, we are going to be seeing it, the moon. It's going to beginning to join Pluto. It's going to be opposing the Mercury retrograde. Mercury is going to be right there on that positions. The moon is going to be squaring Chiron. A lot of that intensity that it's going to come into us, right? But we are seeing it that Venus and Jupiter are coming together, and they're helping us out to resolve what we need to do to go forward in life. So things that we need to change, right? Mercury, it is trining Saturn and Neptune. Right now, you arrive to the place where your mind is absolutely clear. What else do we see in here? As that this full moon, we have this grind trine here with Uranus and Mars, right? Very powerful moments. Everyone pretty much beginning to go back into very powerful state. But we see in a Mars sextiling Mercury and Uranus sextiling Mercury, we see this beautiful kite that has been made, right? We are ready to fly in life. So with those energies here that we are seeing, there's gonna be a lot of reevaluations. Okay, we are gonna be presetting the right stuff because in the next day, all right, we are seeing it. This is gonna be the full moon, and as the full moon, it's gonna be coming. Mercury is right in here at the 4th degree. On the next day, he's gonna be coming in stationary, and he's gonna start going forward, right? But we're seeing it here, the moon, that it's like, I learned from Pluto. I sent all these energies. I know the message of Mercury retrograde. And I'm going to be coming and I'm going to be giving it to you. And this is going to be of what you have learned through this process, what you have understanding of that Mercury retrograde, and what you have learned from this points. So to go back to you to very first diagram in here, so we actually is going to be coming up here on August 11th, and now we are going to be at this point that we are going to have to what? Hunker down, think about it, take time for ourselves, get this switch here of this retrograde to direct mode, and then we are going to have to what? Practice and trying to fix what was the issue that was created in the July 5th. So around July 5th, give it a take a day or two each way, let's say like July 3rd to July 7th in there. Take a look at what was the main issue, main problem is that you had. That is going to be bring you down to a rethinking problem. Around July 31st, give it a day, 2 days each way, thinking about it, what your issue was, and how Mercury retrograde helps you to find this rethinking process, re-talk to yourself, re-communicating with other people, because later on you're going to be meeting that issue, you're going to be overcome it, and then Mercury is going to say, good job, great thanks. Pluto's going to say thank you, and you're going to be ready to move on back into the timeline as a Mercury make this stop. So now if you guys have so many questions in there, we can talk for a little. If not, I will be seeing you a little bit at the daily chart that we are doing. I want to say thank you guys for participating in the chat. I want to say thank you so much for this. Donna, thank you for the great all of you in there that did that, and I appreciate so much. Okay, guys, let me share the love and the light with you. You guys welcome.